terrorist, Chi-Town veteran. My swagger go dumb, but I'm highly intelligent.
Hey, yo, what's the word? What's the word? This your boy Big Keys, Keys Against the World. This is an emergency live, an emergency live. Y'all know we do these from time to time. We usually go live once a week on Friday, but today is crazy. Work for real, for real. I didn't have to call the jails. I had to make sure everything was straight for people out here in the world. Everybody was safe because Reggie, yes, the knockout king of comedy, Reggie, his killer got a bond today, y'all. Crazy work for real, for real. Now the bond status says bond over. That means his court cases are no longer with that court. They are now with the let me go down right here, the circuit court type shit. So he now his bond is over. He got a new judge. It's a new case. This is crazy work for real, for real. The bond type is surety with GPS. Yes, this is not. This is why Cat Williams has to say something now. We're gonna break that down in a minute. However, his bond type is surety with GPS. The bond amount is $500,000. So the DeSoto County Police decided that for hitting a man multiple times with a 12 gauge shotgun, that's worth $500,000, 50K. He got to pay 10% of the 500,000. That means he gonna pay 50K. Crazy work for real, for real. He didn't get a fine. He don't have no fine. And his sentence, he don't have a sentence yet, but he is being transported. He's still in the same jail. He got a new judge and everything now because now the case has been moved on up to a higher court and preliminaries and all that type of shit. Crazy work. Now, why does Cat Williams have to say something? Now he's forced to say something because nigga, when he get this bond, he about to get out on bond, right? Type shit. I didn't call the police department. I called the jail to make sure he was still in the jail. The lady made it seem like as if he damn near on his way out. She said, "Yeah, he's still here. Yeah, yeah, his $500,000 bond." Now she was talking to me like I was gonna pay the shit. I ain't paying shit. However, how she was talking like somebody about to come scoop that nigga up at any given minute. You know what I'm saying? However, Cat Williams has to say something because his agency, the Onyx Owl agency, right here, got the eviction notice, right? So that means when Trinell Williams comes home, y'all, when Trinell Williams comes home, this is where he's going to the Onyx Owl LLC, DBA William Lee. He going right back to the same place that is owned by Cat Williams because his let me show y'all again. Boom, right? Y'all see where to say once he get out on bond, he gets out on a bond, right? Once he gets out on a bond, the bond is with a GPS. That's house arrest, basically. He's about to be house arrest monitored. What house is he going back to? The same house that they claim him and Reggie was roommates in. The same house owned by Onyx Owl LLC, who is owned by who? Wait, do we got that? Onyx Owl LLC owned by Cat Williams. So now this for all y'all people saying Cat Williams don't gotta say nothing. Cat Williams don't gotta speak up. Yes, he do, because the murderer has a bond, and the bond, once he get out, the surety of the bond is he can go right back to the same house that Cat Williams owns through his merchandise company. Is y'all crazy? I don't think so. This is crazy work for real, for real. I have a poll in the chat right now is did Cat Williams pay? Because what type of lawyer did this man have? What type of lawyer did Trinell Williams have to get him off on that deal? We heard the news say he killed Reggie with a shotgun multiple times. The nigga went crazy. They say he hit him not with one slug, not with two slugs. He threw so many damn slugs at him. I think one of the slugs was Gary from SpongeBob. Crazy work for real. That's a snail, but y'all get what the fuck I'm trying to say. Crazy work for real, for real. However, huh? It's not on. You said it's not on live. Hold on, hold on. We gonna we taking a quick commercial break. Let me see something type shit. Oh, okay. We was making sure everything's copacetic. As y'all can see, I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. It's a lot of things going on right now behind the scenes. They playing with my views. After those two women came on my channel, we're gonna break that down. After those two women came on my channel, all of a sudden my YouTube views have been going down, especially the days where I announced I was going to talk about Cat Williams initially. That Friday, it was a whole lot of bullshit. So please like, comment, subscribe, hit the hype button. Let's hype this up for real, y'all, because they're trying to basically silence me right now. For real. I'm not gonna blame that one lady. I'm not gonna blame the Kia, but Ariel on some bullshit. She mad at me because big keys come with different hats. Ariel had that ugly ass hat on the live. However, we getting down to the business, y'all. How can a man get a bond who killed somebody after they said no bond? When the police initially arrived on the scene, they said no bond. This shit is heinous. You on some Joker Gotham shit. You done hit a man with a shotgun multiple times. They initially said no bond. Now today, after the court, the defense, we gonna play the sketchy ass DA. We gonna play a couple clips. Shout out to everybody in the building. I know it's late. The moral of the story here is this nigga is about to be free, y'all. He has a bond, right? Crazy work. I'm about to play the DA. Check this out. What did the DA say? Shout out to everybody in the building. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.
First of all, I appreciate everybody for being here. I want to appreciate South Haven Police Department, specifically Chief Kern and members of his team who are here today as well.
Now, this DA, don't forget, y'all, this DA, he's going to say some things in the beginning where he's not necessarily overseeing the case. He just came to speak on the case for now, right? Remember, this is an open investigation. He's going to say that Cat Williams was not involved in an open investigation. It's an investigation. He said Cat Williams is not involved. That was the first lie. The second lie was that the company that owned the house was some type of third-party company from overseas. Shout out to everybody in the building. Like, comment, subscribe. We about to play certain clips from Reggie, from Billy. Shout out to Billy for telling the truth and keeping it real. And now his truth is coming out to the light for real. Let's break it down. Come on.
We're here today to talk about the shooting death of Reggie Carroll. I understand in the last 7 days there's been a lot of questions and public inquiry and obvious interest for a number of reasons. Most notably, it's the loss of life, and obviously we feel for the family and those that are left mourning. Mr. Carroll was well loved by many, and so obviously this is a hard time for people, and people want answers. And so unfortunately, at this stage, there's only so much we can share. I'll share with you what I think I can. Basically, like I said, there's a call for service related to a shooting incident on Burton Lane here in South Haven. It was last Wednesday, round about 6:30. That kind of time frame, anyways. Police arrived on scene very.
Now, notice how he's talking, y'all. This man was not there for nothing. He was not there for the start of the investigation. He just came on there that day to speak on the investigation. Now, he said that they did not have nothing so far, they did to give to the people. People want answers. We really don't have nothing to give y'all so far. But what he will say is this. Now, this is just a week ago. This is when Trenell Williams didn't have no bond. Type shit. No bond at all. Now he got a $500,000 bond. Crazy work. Just a week ago when the man said they didn't even have nothing to go off of. How did y'all find something to go off of to give this man a bond, though? Continue. Let's go.
Quickly, when they got there were two people. You had Trenell Williams and Reggie Carroll. So we have our shooter and our victim. They were both there. The police immediately kind of quartered them off to where
Notice that too, y'all. He said he said when they arrived to the scene, they had their shooter and their victim. He didn't say allegedly. Now, this is an open investigation. They didn't dust for they did let him tell it. It's a lot to uncover here still. So they didn't dust for fingerprints on the shotgun yet, nothing. He said when they get there, they got the shooter and a victim. And but they're claiming self-defense. So how can a shooter and a victim be self-defense? Is you crazy type shit. Come on, let's go. Continue.
They could make room to give aid or make life-saving attempts for Mr. Carroll. Quite frankly, at that point, he had already received multiple wounds. But as a matter of course, the police did every reasonable effort to try to help. Mr. Carroll was transported to the hospital where they could continue to try to help. At some point in the process, Mr. Carroll succumbed to those injuries. While that was going on, the investigation began. They did everything that you would ordinarily expect in an investigation to, take pictures, gather evidence, talk to people.
Now look how he talking. Look. Pay attention to this man, y'all. Remember, he was not there. He came from a whole nother county to help these people, but he helped these people talk. Whoever the sheriff or the top sheriff is over here in South Haven, Mississippi, they did not want to speak or something because he came from DeSoto County where the jail is located at to come talk. He is a DA for DeSoto, but he was only coming to talk in place of the South Haven, Mississippi police who initially got the call and who initially was on the crime scene. He was not present for none of this shit. He's going off hearsay like we going off hearsay. But I'm going to let him continue. But I just want to paint that in people's mind that he's not there. That's why he don't know how to say Trinell. He don't know how to say Reggie. He's sketchy. He moving around because he doing this shit off the top of his head. He going off what they just told him. Continue, though.
People that may have knowledge of anything related to this. And ultimately, they developed Trinell Williams as a suspect. They believe through their diligent and thorough efforts that probable cause existed for an arrest warrant. An arrest warrant was signed by a judge, and Mr. Williams was taken into custody same night. I do want to dispel a few, rumors that may be going around. This was an incident between two roommates that knew.
Now, before he dispel a few, this is what he said. I'm going to dispel a few rumors. Remember, y'all, this is an open investigation. Any rumor can be considered as a lead. It's not a rumor yet. This is an open investigation. If a crackhead was to come up to them and say, man, I saw KATT Williams walking out that motherfucking house, they have to take that crackhead serious. This is an open investigation. You can't dismiss nothing. You cannot leave no rock unturned. However, this DA stood right here with his bud-looking ass from Al Bundy, from the Al Bundy show. Nigga look like Bud, fully grown. He came up here and said, I'm going to dispel some rumors that's going around. No, this is an open investigation, nigga. You got to take rumors serious. That's like word on the street. Continue.
Knew each other. One of them is from California. One of them is from Maryland. This is not an indication that there's a problem in that community or neighborhood. This is not indicative of a violent crime issue in our city. It's just an isolated event that's limited to those two people involved. I know, and I don't want to gratuitously name drop, but based on their jobs as and their professions.
Now remember, he said he ain't want to name drop, y'all. I don't want to name drop and laughed at it. He's already trying to take KATT Williams out the equation. Why are you trying to take KATT Williams out the equation? How could you say it's an isolated incident in an open investigation? And when y'all came there, A man was already on the ground. Another man was standing up doing whatever. He stayed at the crime scene. So I guess he felt he was innocent type shit. However, that's not enough to say it's an isolated incident. You don't know what happened and he don't say no statements from Trinell. He don't say what Trinell said. He don't say nothing. I'm gonna let it play though, because toward the end they asked about Trinell and what happened. He had nothing to say. For a nigga that's supposed to be doing an investigation who didn't get paid to come up here is mighty sketchy. Continue though.
In the comedy world, they obviously run in the same circles with the same comedians. I want it to be clear that there's never been any reason before or now to believe that any of those comedians or organizations, business organizations, were involved in any way in what happened. This was a residence where only the shooter and the victim lived. This was not a resident of any other comedian or person. And, we've determined this is a very isolated thing. And so
no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Look at him, y'all. Look at him, y'all. He said it was no other comedians there. Why would he say comedians though? Fuck the comedian. What about people? What about kids? Was it aliens there? He said it was no other comedians there. So he's trying to clear comedians, aka KATT Williams. And then he said it was no businesses associated with the situation. But it was a business. He lied because the eviction notice to Onyx LLC. And what did it say? Onyx LLC, DBA William Lee. So that's the business. Onyx LLC, owned by KATT Williams, was involved. So he was lying from the jump. I called for that man's job to be terminated on the spot ASAP. For real. I called for this nigga, Matthew Burton. His name is Matthew Burton from the DeSoto County, to be terminated because he's already sketchy and he already lied in the investigation. Continue.
Two people in a house, and one of them loses their life and the other gets taken into custody by the police. There's not going to be much sharing of information about what happened right away, because you have one body in the hospital, one body at the police station, and neither of them had the ability to communicate to the outside world what happened. So other interested people that knew them, families, friends, business associates, probably didn't even know that Mr. Carroll was deceased until well after the fact, and they certainly were not present or involved. So with that, as I mentioned, I am joined by Chief Kern. We kind of talked ahead of time and agreed that I would kind of outline some of these things, but we're both here. We will field questions if you have any. Please understand, like I said, maybe limited on what we can answer, but we'll certainly answer the ones that we think we can.
Can you say what led to the shooting? Was it an argument?
So I'm not going to get into the specifics of motives or build-ups or who did what.
Lie number 4, y'all. This nigga is lying in plain sight. He just told us, due to the fact it's 2 people in an isolated incident, 1 person is dead, 1 person alive. We can't get the information how we want it. She asked, could you tell us, one of the reporters asked, could you tell us, was it a build-up? He said, I don't want to get into the details of that. Nigga, you just said you don't got no details. Where's the Trinell Williams statement? What did Trinell Williams say? What did he say? So he went to jail freely? So he just got a bond without saying nothing? Is you fucking crazy? I called for him to be terminated. What you say, lady? I'm going to bring it back a little bit. What you say?
Led to the shooting? Was it an argument?
So I'm not going to get into the specifics of motives or build-ups or who did what. I just don't think this is. I understand that's a pressing question. That's just part of the case that's going to have to come out in court.
How you at a press conference for a man that was murdered in cold blood with a 12-gauge shotgun? We don't know if the shotgun was to the face, to the body, the chest. For all we know, he took this nigga dick away. We don't know what the hell happened with this shotgun. He said he can't answer questions, even though it's suppressing a question about what happened and what was the buildup. You can't even tell us the statement for a man that's just got a $500,000 bond. So y'all doing an investigation and a nigga get a $500,000 bond the next week after your weak ass investigation. Is y'all crazy? So you ain't talking to this man to see if this nigga got any drug connection, any gang banging connections. So cause how you get y'all upped it to $500,000 for a reason. Y'all felt he can get that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I know how the state and these governments operate. They put money on the table for because they know you gonna bring that money. He told them once they found out KATT Williams owned that house, they have now raised this man bond of $500,000. They thought he was a broke ass nigga. Look at this nigga. Look at these braids on this nigga, Joe. They thought this nigga was a broke ass nigga at first who just murdered a regular man in cold blood. Check this out, y'all. He just said when they came there, Reggie was laying down. They did the investigation. Now, the next week, once they found out KATT Williams and the LLC owned all this shit and Reggie's the knockout king of comedy, they put a $500,000 bail on a nigga. How you go from 0 to 500 real quick? Is it crazy? Continue, though. Come on.
Needed a week to just defend their client. How is it for your office? Are you all ready to bring those charges in court?
Yeah, we're scheduled for preliminary matters. We're certainly ready for that whenever they are. If they wanted to do it today, we would have done it today. If they want to wait a week, we'll wait a week. If they want to wait longer, we can wait longer. That's a defense right to have a preliminary hearing or a bond hearing. And so we'll be ready whenever they get around to asserting that right. So, any other questions?
So the house is owned by KATT Williams, is that right?
The house is not owned by KATT Williams. It was a rental property. There was another out-of-state company that was leasing.
Shut your lying ass up, bitch. Is you crazy? Look, he just said it was not owned by KATT Williams. It was a rental company from some other out of state. He just tried to downplay it. No, it wasn't. This is an eviction notice. All-Star Management. That's why All-Star Management is located. I called up there, y'all. I will show y'all my phone log. I literally called up there, asked them, have they ever saw KATT Williams? They said, yes, he is a nice guy. He's one of the nicest guys they ever met. He frequently visits up there. Then they offered to let me come up to the management. The same management that's on the eviction notice. Now, by them seeing KATT Williams, you know why they saw KATT Williams frequently? Because he got to drop the rent money off on the first. Tronell ain't got no goddamn rent money. When the police came, they saw he ain't have no money. Put that nigga bond at 0. He ain't got shit. We ain't getting shit from him. That's what they thought till they found out KATT Williams was involved. However, do what you do. Screenshot this. Y'all should already know. If y'all been following this, y'all know this is facts right here. Onyx Owl LLC, owned by KATT Williams, DBA William Lee. It's a whole lot of William Lees, but this is the Onyx Owl LLC. He's selling these bullshit ass shirts, getting money. He went on that lady's show. Now, for people's clarification on this, I didn't want to play the interview, but go back to the interview with the lady who husband pulled the gun out on him and shit. They was about to smoke his dumb ass. He said he gets 100% of all his merchandise because he owns the merchandise. That's what KATT Williams said. Fact check me on that. However, continue. You sketchy ass DA. Come on.
The house and the Traynell Williams and Reggie Carroll were the two tenants of the house. So it was not KATT Williams' house.
Yes, it was.
And I was trying to avoid names, but you asked specifically, and I'll just say KATT Williams was not there. We have no reason to believe that he was ever involved in any way, shape, or form.
What you say?
I was trying to avoid names, but you asked specifically, and I'll just say KATT Williams was not there. We have no reason to believe that he was ever involved in any way, shape,
Come again and say what?
And the Traynell Williams and Reggie Carroll were the two tenants of the house. So it was not KATT Williams' house. And I was trying to avoid names, but you asked specifically, and I'll just say KATT Williams was not there. we have no reason to believe.
And the lie detector test determined you a lying ass Bud Bundy face. Shout out to the chat. Light up the chat. Go crazy. Hit the hype button. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the hype button. Shout out to Alan in the chat said this Bud Bundy face motherfucker. Is he crazy? The lie detector test determined this nigga lying. It's an open investigation. You clear the man. Now, shout out Corey Holcomb said this after I've been said it was an open investigation. How did you clear KATT Williams? So Corey Holcomb probably peeped the nigga shit out and said what I said. However, I'm just saying from the jump, he cleared a whole lot of shit. Only thing he didn't say was a statement. What was Trenell Williams' statement before and after the arrest? What was the motive? What did Trenell say happened? If this is an investigation, what is all that type shit? The only thing this nigga did and put a name on it is say KATT Williams was not involved. That was the payday. He said, let me say this shit for he was on his what's his name? Marshawn Lynch. I'm only here so I don't get fined. He just kept KATT Williams was not involved. KATT Williams was not involved. $100,000. That's $100,000 statement right there. It's just crazy. Continue, man. This is sickening.
That he was ever involved in any way, shape, or form.
I know we're still early on in the investigation, but as you said, this is an incident that has had a lot of public attention. Do you have a timeline on when in the investigation or court proceedings that we can learn more about what happened? What led up to this? Like, is there a timeline for that? Do you know yet?
Yeah. So generally speaking, you always have a
What you
have
mean?
a right to make public records requests. So that the affidavit, you should be able to get a copy of that at some point. As far as me talking about the facts, I really don't like doing that a whole lot before an indictment.
What? He said, man, listen, y'all. They used to stuff this nigga in lockers. He just said he don't like to do a lot of talking before an indictment. At a press conference, you doing a whole lot of talking before an indictment, nigga. Now when it's a question about who's who and what's what, now you don't like to do a lot of talking before an indictment. Man, nigga, you know who was involved. He lucky he a DA. That's why he became a DA, y'all. Because they would have hemmed his little ass up by his tie back in the day and put him right in that locker with a combination lock on that motherfucker with like 10 numbers to get in that bitch. Continue though. Come on.
I would just say there were two people in the house. Obviously, this incident turned violent. The defendant used a shotgun to shoot multiple times at the victim. He used a 12 gauge. The ammo choice was slugs. I mean, other than that, I mean that's a little more information, but and the affidavit does mention that he used a shotgun.
Now, y'all know we're gonna play something with the family because all of a sudden the family disappeared too, though. Right? Shout out to Billy. He said this was gonna happen, but y'all know they did not give the family the affidavit. When the family asked for the affidavit and details regarding to the investigation, they refused to give the family that. Crazy work. But this man is up here telling us details of certain things that's in the affidavit, but he didn't want to show the family that at all. But continue though. I'm just showing y'all how sketchy this shit sound. And Buddy about to get away with murder. Trenell Too Tall Williams, Mr. Too Crazy, is about to get away with murder, man. It's already set in stone. KATT Williams tour starts September 19th. Remember that. September 19th. The Heaven on Earth tour starts back September 19th. KATT Williams is trying to be quiet. So that first day of the tour, which is in Miami, Florida, a big state, on the first day of his tour, a lot of people are going to want to hear what he has to say. I'm pretty sure by now, KATT Williams has monetized the tour even more. He probably is going to make it into a special. Off that first day, wasn't nobody checking for this tour. And if you look up all of KATT Williams' tours names, ain't no tour had shit to do with Heaven on Earth. Now a man dies on your tour called Heaven on Earth, and we supposed to believe this is a coincidence. Yeah, all right. Come on, continue though, you sketchy motherfucker. Continue, nigga.
with the deliberate design to affect death of Reggie Carroll. And I know once you read the shotgun, that you're going to have all sorts of visions in your head. And so I'll share that it was multiple wounds. I'm not going to put a number on it before the medical examiner's report comes in, but it was multiple wounds, and the ammo selection was slugs.
Did he resist arrest at all, or he just stayed there?
I'm not going to comment on the behavior. I'll say he was on scene whenever the police are both the deceased and the defendant were both on scene when the police arrived. And
what he said? Both the defendant and the deceased was on scene when the police arrived. When the police arrived, where the fuck was Reggie going? Unless he pulled the Thriller, a Michael Jackson Thriller, where was Reggie going? He just said he was able to describe to us what type of weapon was used, how many times it was fired. But when it came to how Trinell acted when it was the time of arrest, because people want to know, because looking at this nigga right here, when you look at this nigga, you might not think he went away peacefully, right? Hold on, let me bring up the picture of Trinell. That's why they wanted to know, how did he go to jail? Did he go away? Did y'all take him away peacefully? They said that he go away peacefully. This nigga said, I can't tell y'all that. What I can tell y'all is, what is y'all notice he didn't say Trinell said nothing, not a fuck the police, fuck y'all, he did this. It wasn't no statements. Anytime it's anybody else press conference, they gonna say statements made by this side and that side. This man ain't got no statements said on no side. Don't nobody, Reggie can't talk. Reggie did. This nigga talking, but they ain't telling us what he's saying. But however, the next week later, he gets a $500,000 bond. Is you crazy? Come on, man. Continue, man.
The police took the defendant with them, and the body went to the hospital. So I'll take one more if you have any. Otherwise, we'll just call it quits. That's it. All right. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, hold on. Everybody don't want. And shout out to you, Ben you Gorgie. Don't nobody want Cat guilty. The moral of the story here is a man died in Cat Williams' house, owned by his LLC. Honest Al, a man has died. Don't nobody know nothing, right? If these questions would have been answered from the jump, ain't nobody looking for Cat Williams. But once we found out this is Cat house, and he up in here with this dope fiend ass nigga, right? His name was, he has a rap name. His rap name is Wheel Rap for Food. We're gonna get into that. However, I want to play y'all Billy right quick, how it started. Because how did Billy know more information? And Billy, that's a good question too. You know, I'm gonna ask you, how did you know more information than the police did? What did you say, Billy?
Go get TMZ for this one.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all might need to go start tagging the blogs. What we not gonna do is, we not gonna act like Cat, you didn't know who the fuck Reggie Carroll was.
Yeah.
What we not gonna do is act like Red Grant, you ain't know who Reggie Carroll was.
Yeah.
What we not gonna do is sit up here, Monique, and act like and downplay who the fuck Reggie Carroll was. Cat Williams, you the truth teller. You the Lord of knowing so much truth. You the master of being able to tell everybody else's shit. Cat Williams, tell me why Reggie Carroll died out your house. Tell us what happened to Reggie Carroll, Cat.
Now, initially when he said that, that was like a shock to everybody. But now I'm looking back, and as far as what the DA's saying, how did you know, Billy, that Reggie died out of Cat Williams' house? Because when you look up this case, right? Check this out. When I look up this man, Trinell Williams, you don't get no address from this. I don't want to go down and show too much because it got his birthday and everything. You don't get no address from this. So I wonder, how did Billy know that he died out of Cat Williams' house? Because if Trinell was not making a statement, according to the police, right? They don't know what Trinell was saying. But however, I doubt Tranell called Billy. How did you, and Reggie was dead. So Billy, how did you know he died out of Cat Williams' house? Type shit. Who told y'all he died? Type shit. But we gonna let it continue because there's a lot of questions I got now after he got this $500,000 bail. Continue though.
Go tag the blogs, nigga. Don't sit here and be quiet now. Tre'vell Williams got court on Wednesday. A 6'8", 225-pound nigga. Y'all know what size Reggie was? Reggie would hit more than 5 times. Why y'all left Reggie out there on the motherfucking curb by your crib,
How
nigga?
did Billy know that, y'all? Now listen, I'm trying to tell. Listen to what I'm trying to say. How did Billy know more than the DA of the DeSoto County, Mississippi Police Department? He said Reggie was hit more than 5 times. Now, this is before. Listen to Billy is telling us what happened way before the sketchy ass DA got up there. So how did Billy, with a perm, sitting somewhere on a silky ass couch, how do he got more information on a murder than the police department? Type shit. All of a sudden, the police go dumb. The man said he took over. That sketchy ass DA said, I took over to talk to y'all. I'm not taking over the case. I'm just here to talk to y'all. And at the end, I'm going to get the case and I'm going to review it. Type shit. Don't that sound like somebody sent him there and then made confusion? But the only thing we wasn't confused about with the DA was Cat Williams was in the clear. Is y'all crazy? Continue, Billy. How you know more than the police?
Riddle me that.
Riddle me that.
Everybody want to talk about who's sucking dick and all this other bullshit. Tell us what my nigga did. Cat. Tell us why Reggie Carroll died at your house, nigga. You got so much to tell about everybody. You so far in the future of knowing every fucking thing. Why can't you just tell us what the fuck happened on your street, nigga? Don't try and change the quick deed and say that ain't your crib, nigga. Don't do that. They got the murderer. Anybody want to take a guess what the murderer last name is?
What?
Oh, I'll do it for you. Here you go. Let me help you out. Let me help you niggas out real quick. There you go.
Now, this is Billy exposing the murderer before it happened. Now, the questions we got to ask ourselves now is, how did Billy know this man killed Reggie if Reggie was dead? So paint the picture, y'all. The police pull up. Reggie is dead. There's no one to call, nobody on defense of Reggie. They don't even know who he is. They don't even know who Tranell is. Tranell go to jail, right? Who did Tranell call on that first jail call that Billy was able to tap into? Because, you know, they know somebody that knows somebody type shit. Now, that's the question. It's only 2 ways. Only way that information got out like that, y'all, it was more than 2 people in that house. It was more than 2 people in that house. Billy knew more. Billy, the Blue Power Ranger, knew more about the fucking investigation before it was even an investigation than the police know now. The DA knew now. How? If one person was dead and the other person was the op, he Billy op. Tranell not calling to ask Billy to bail him out. So how did Billy get that information before the police did, before the world did? Billy dropped the information off like the stork with a baby. How? Type shit. I want to put that in y'all heads, y'all. Only way that's possible is through word of mouth. Only way Billy could have got the word of mouth, it was more than 2 people in that house. Now, Billy, who did you talk to? Now I got to talk to you, Billy. Who did you talk to get that initial information? Because Reggie was dead, but continue. Let's go. Type shit. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the hype button. So that's how that ended, right? Which now after that, a lot of people went crazy on him. They started calling him liars. They said he was lying. Whole time, this nigga got more information than a little bit. For real. So much damn information, you would think he was there. However, he wasn't there because y'all see he was in his house. He was in the kitchen. Billy is the type of man, he has a perm. I'm pretty sure he was making the little sugar cookies with the sprinkles at the time. So that's his alibi. Where's Cat Williams' alibi? I want to play this little clip for Reggie for y'all. Rest in peace, Reggie. Let me play this right quick for y'all.
When his life came to an end on this street in South Haven, we spoke with people in the community about the idea that a world-renowned comedian was murdered here.
But it's crazy. Like, who would want to murder a person like that? That's what's going through my mind.
I read his charts. The boy said he's invisible.
Reggie Carroll spent the past 3 decades bringing laughter across the country. He first appeared on BET's Comic View during its first season in 1992.
The tall tooth standing over top of the short tooth. Then the third tooth ain't even looking at the camera.
His comedy credits don't stop on the stand-up stage. In the late 90s, he had a role in the sitcom The Parkers. It was that television appearance that led to Carroll's lasting relationship with Oscar-winning comedian Monique. She posted about her friend's murder in South Haven on Instagram.
This is why I say, treat people the best you can, because you never know if you'll get a chance to see them again. And the last time me and my brother Reggie Carroll was together, that's what it was. An amazing time being on tour together, being on that road together. What a time. So I have no sad tears because all of our times together was amazing. Was amazing.
Now, notice she didn't say shit about Cat Williams. Why everybody trying to keep Cat Williams' name off? How, though? This one, she was on tour. She said the last time and moment she remembered with Reggie was on tour together. Bitch, that wasn't your tour. The last time and moments you remember together was being on tour with Cat Williams, the Heaven on Earth tour. She didn't even want to say the tour name. She didn't even want to say Cat Williams' name. What the fuck is what's really going on out here, y'all? Now, this is absurd. We got millionaires. We watching a real life cover up. Now, I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. They messing with my channel right now, for real. And I've been getting calls. I can't disclose the calls. I'm talking to all sorts of people, all sorts of information. For real. I'm getting information, all sorts of shit. So like, comment, subscribe. However, I'm dead ass serious. They trying to slow down this information because we watching a real time Sacramento. For real. Shout out to everybody in the building. Continue, though. She didn't even want to say Cat Williams' name.
Easy.
Carroll had most recently been touring with comedian Cat Williams, but published reports say that tour was put on hiatus when Carroll was shot last Wednesday. Williams has not issued a statement at this point, but reposted an old tribute, according to some other published reports. South Haven police are investigating.
Now, look, the news don't give a damn. They say Williams ain't said a statement at this point, but he posted some old tributes according to somebody else. Somebody else told the news Cat Williams posted a tribute of him. Now, as y'all can peep, the news been playing clips of Reggie from the comedy jam, from BET, all sorts of shit. When it got down to that Cat Williams clip, they ain't got that one. Where I thought Cat Williams reposted them. Where's that? Maybe they're going to show it.
Investigating, and they have a suspect in custody. But as of Sunday afternoon, the name of that person charged with murder in Carroll's death has not been released. But people around South Haven are expressing shock.
It's very surprising because
Suspect in custody, but
now hold on, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm doing my investigative journalism. Even as I'm watching it now, y'all, I'm taking notes. Billy knew the name of the murderer, right? Before everybody. He knew it was Trenell Williams, the bodyguard. The news said that the murderer name wasn't even released. It was Sunday. Reggie Carroll died August 20th on a Wednesday. When Billy dropped the information out, I believe it was the 21st that he dropped that information out or some shit around that time. More of the story, it was before Sunday. So how did Billy get the name of the murderer before the police knew the name of the murderer? Listen one more time. Listen to what the police saying, y'all. Listen to what the news saying. For real. What y'all say?
As of Sunday afternoon, the name put on hiatus when Carroll was shot last Wednesday. Williams has not issued a statement at this point, but reposted an old tribute, according to some other published reports. South Haven police are investigating, and they have a suspect in custody, but as of Sunday afternoon, the name of that person charged with murder in Carroll's death has not been released. But people around South Haven are expressing shock.
It's very surprising because I don't hear about a lot of crime rate going on in South Haven.
Now, the world will only have memories of Carroll and the laughs he left behind.
My name's Reggie Carroll, y'all.
Crazy work for real, y'all. Y'all just heard the news say they didn't even know who the murderer was until that following Sunday. Billy knew who the murderer was. He knew it was out KATT Williams' house. He knew a whole lot of shit. Just for the DA to say KATT Williams ain't involved is y'all, listen, is your crazy type shit. This is crazy work for real. Now, as far as Reggie's family, because Billy said something, he said first they're going to try to paint Reggie like he crazy. Second, KATT Williams is going to play both sides. He's going to pay for the lawyers and he's going to pay for Reggie's funeral. My thing is Reggie's, the knockout king of comedy. What happened to well, he did. So he can't answer my questions. What happened to the family? Let me play some clips from this right here. Shout out to everybody in the building that's rocking with us, man. We trying to get down to the bottom of this. So, shout out to y'all for real. Let's get to it, though. What's going on right here, man?
This is senseless, man.
Family and friends of a man shot and killed in the Mid-South are talking to Fox 13 as new information comes out about this investigation. South Haven police today identified a suspect in last week's shooting. Trenell Williams is now charged with the murder of Baltimore comedian Reginald Carroll. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre explained what Carroll's family says he was doing in South Haven.
Reggie Carroll's family in Baltimore says they have so many questions with very few answers about his death.
Man, it's like, your family member, your brother, your closest relative, man, and they go out of town and something happened to him and you don't know.
Now this the brother, y'all. I'm gonna bring it back right quick. This is the brother right here. He's talking. Now, when the brother initially came on the scene and started talking, he wanted justice. The family wanted justice. We want the affidavits. We want the investigation. Peep how the brother is gonna put KATT Williams' name in it right then and there. But what happened to the brother? What happened to the family? What happened? Continue, though. Come on. Well, talk to him, Kemp Earl. This nigga named Kemp Earl. Talk to him.
Questions with very few answers about his death.
Man, it's like, your family member, your brother, your closest relative, man, and they go out of town and, and something happened to him and you don't know what exactly.
Monday morning, 6 days after what police called an isolated shooting, South Haven PD confirmed they arrested Trenell Williams for Carroll's murder. Carroll's brother, Kemp Earl, explained to me why Carroll was in South Haven.
Here out there with KATT Williams.
Why was he in South Haven?
Explained to me why Carroll was in South Haven.
Here out there with KATT Williams.
He was down there with who?
Carroll's brother, Kemp Earl, explained to me why Carroll was in South Haven.
He was down there with who?
Here out there with KATT Williams.
Oh, okay.
According to Carroll's Instagram page, he was traveling on KATT Williams' current Heaven on Earth comedy tour. 3 independent sources confirmed Trenell Williams was also on the tour as security. Fellow comedian Gerald Kelly says he's still in disbelief his friend is dead.
I'm still numb. I'm frustrated. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to war. We need answers.
I went to the home on Burton Lane in South Haven where police say the shooting happened.
Damn.
It's also listed as Trenell Williams' last known address.
Now stop right there. Stop it right there. Shout out to this black brother. Keep peace alive. Peace, power, prosperity, all that black shit, right? However, as y'all see, he's knocking on the door with what? An eviction notice. What do that eviction notice look like? Because there was a lot of people saying, this eviction notice fake. This ain't KATT Williams, LLC. That's the same notice right here. I just blurted out the address. He told y'all the address. Do rewind it. Y'all see? Now, when I put, look. Check this out, and then check this out on the door. Oh, okay. Okay. Continue. Type shit.
I found a request to vacate the property on the door addressed to Onyx Owl LLC, a clothing line owned by KATT Williams.
What?
The reason behind the request, according to the note, is a shooting that resulted in an arrest last Wednesday.
Man, Red shouldn't be dead right now.
In South Haven, Jeremy Pierre, Fox 13 News.
Fox 13 did reach out to Onyx Owl about that notice on the home and the shooting. So far, we've not heard back.
They ain't heard back. Listen. What that sound like? He said Fox 13 reached out to Onyx Owl LLC about that shooting, right? He said they ain't heard back so far. We reached out to KATT Williams about that shooting. He ain't reached back out so far. Don't that sound like the nigga that owned the company? You know why Onyx Owl didn't reach back? Because that's KATT Williams shit. They called the same phone number that KATT owned. He don't got shit to say about the merchandise company. He ain't got shit to say about his damn self. Crazy work for real. Shout out to everybody in the building. We getting down to the bottom of this. If for all the people that's new in the building, this is an emergency live. The killer, Reggie, the knockout king of comedy, his killer has now got a bond. He didn't have a bond at first, according to the sketchy ass DA. There was no reason for him to get a bond. They said when they came to the scene of the crime, they saw Reggie laying down. They automatically said, this is a victim. This is a shooter. They said, this is a victim. This is a shooter. They didn't say we saw signs of self-defense. We took Trinell in for questioning. They did not detain Trinell. They did not detain Trinell. They completely took this crazy ass nigga to jail. They said, fuck what you talking about. You going to jail. You can pop this nigga with a 12 gauge like you was, nigga, was he Superman? You shot that nigga like you was fighting Superman. However, they took him straight to jail. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200, according to the DA, right? All of a sudden this week, they had a change of heart. Now he has a bail for $500,000. That means he only has to pay $50K, y'all. $50,000. Now the red flag in this arrest is the fact that it says he's going to be released on GPS monitoring. It's a bond type surety with GPS at the same house he killed Reggie in. Crazy work for real. This is insane to me. Onyx Owl LLC owns that house. He's going back to KATT Williams' house. He going back to Daddy KATT. For real. No Diddy. That sounded a little freaky. He going back to Daddy KATT. He about to get away with murder, man. He's going to get away with murder. Now, anybody that watched the show last Friday, ever since this show Friday, y'all, my algorithm been messing up. The views been tripping. You know what I'm saying? It's been going real crazy. Now, these two women came on my show playing defense for KATT Williams. Had a whole lot to say about Billy, though. What was said on the show? Shout out to y'all. Fan, right? Cool. But my thing is, justice is not necessarily served if Trinell Williams killed him behind some bullshit. You know, I don't think the family just want to know he died. This the man who killed him, he died. Was Trinell Williams. Now notice how both of them, when I said justice ain't served for Reggie if Trinell killed him on some bullshit. Notice how both of them looked. Once Shorty rolled up, she looked to her creative side. She rolled her eyes. The other one sat back. Why would they do all that type of body language for me talking about Trinell? And they came up here to say Reggie was their friend and that KATT Williams was not involved. But if I'm talking about Trinell, wouldn't they have a different type of energy type shit? Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. What was said? You said that the murder of suspect is locked up, right?
Mhm.
So so it should be the end of that. So do you feel like, due to the fact that Trinell Williams is locked up, that's really the end all be all, is over with?
Yeah. What else? And let me ask you, what else do you think people will want to hear? The fact of the person that did it, that pulled the trigger and unalived Reggie, he's in jail. Now what else?
Now notice this lady with this ugly ass hat on, right? This lady right here with these big ass eyelashes and this ugly ass hat on, she was playing the most defense. I'm talking about she got first team all defense dick rider. Crazy work. However, she said, what else more could you want? He's in jail. Questions. Why did he do it? You know what I'm saying? What caused you to do it? What happened? Y'all was cool type shit. Y'all was roommates allegedly, 2 grown ass roommates. We looking at Dale from Step Brothers and shit. However, y'all was roommates. Why? What made you snap out? Where was KATT Williams? It was a whole bunch of questions. Go check out that live from last Friday, y'all. She was playing the most. Listen, if y'all like basketball, football, if y'all know who Ray Lewis is, defense was better than Ray Lewis on that motherfucker. You like basketball, defense was better than Michael Jordan, 10-time defensive champion of the year. Mike ain't got shit on this bitch. Crazy word for real, for real. Now, shout out to everybody in the building. Now, I'm about to play Billy right quick. We're going to end it with Billy. What people thought was a rant, but he ended up telling the truth. For real, for real. Shout out to y'all. Let's get to it.
Let me tell y'all something.
Shout out King. Let me get to some of the comments in the comment section. This person said Ben U Gorgie said he think Billy did it. Billy is the truth. Love that dude. Told on type shit. Shout out to Rooks Entertainment. Shout out to Wendy City. Said Monique girl stop. You treat don't she? She treat people like they ain't shit. Is she crazy? Shout out to Blake. Call from who? I want to know too. King, shout out to you, King. Said, what up, Keys? What's the word, bro? So hit the like button. Shout out to Travis Latham. Say, hit the like button for a brother. Yeah, hit the like button for real, man. Like I said, they messing with my channel. When them 2 deviant ass women came on my channel, ever since then, it's been bullshit. Now I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Behind the scenes, I'm being offered to do interviews with certain celebrities and people we know as a bribe to get off this story, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm staying on the story. Now, Shorty with the thick ass eyelashes, the one with the big ass mouth who just sat on her bed for 2 hours straight on the live, she's bashing me on Instagram right now. Do y'all Googles, go check out her Instagram at y'all own however, she's bashing me because I took Billy's side now. After everything came out, I took Billy's side. I had a chance to talk to some people, and Billy was right, man. You know what I'm saying? Billy was right. However, continue, Billy. What did you have to say that they thought you was crazy about?
Let me tell y'all something.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on and go get TMZ. Go on and go get World Star. Go on and go get Hollywood Unlocked. Let's run this shit back the fuck up, nigga. Yeah. Let's go on and run it up. Let's go on and run this shit up. Yeah, cuz, let's do this shit for my nigga Reggie. Y'all niggas want to play? Shout out Mo City in this motherfucker, nigga. Let's go with it, nigga.
Now these what the 2 women was talking about, saying that he was on here with a white mouth, he was going crazy. Whole time he was saying some shit. Now shout out to you, Guru, said, wow, they trying to bribe you, bro. Yeah, I got offered an interview. I don't want to say with the person, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put that person out there. It's some shit going on, man. This how I know that this story is real deeper than what we all think, y'all. Because if they came on my platform, I just been doing YouTube for a year. People came on my platform to play defense. Let me go bring it back. Let me drop Billy down. She played some All-American defense. Shout out to King in the chat. This was better than All-American defense right here. She played the Nadonica Sue ain't got shit on her. Look.
That's what y'all want. Like, we still don't know to this day what transpired, what happened. It's still none of our business either. Even if we do find out, we're never going to come back on here or any social media platform and say, well, now we know exactly what happened, because we wasn't there. We're not credible to speak on that. Like, we're going to let the family deal with that and all that stuff like that. But the problem is the person that's locked up is locked up. Why do
let me tell you, now this is why I check her and let her know. But as y'all can see, that headboard, y'all see how she's sitting on the bed. She was on that bed for 2 hours straight. I have no doubt in my mind she farted a little bit doing this live at that time. However, she just said let the family deal with that. We just saw the brother Earl Kemp come on there. He said he was at KATT house. After that, the family disappeared. We not for that shit. These people believe Katt Williams is a truth teller. These people are alleging that people are out to get Katt Williams. I'm here to tell y'all, what has Katt Williams said in recent times? That Club Shay Shay interview wasn't shit. He said he went to an interview 4 times. He went to a job 4 times, and niggas was trying to get him to suck some dick on 4 separate occasions. He ain't tell us who it was on the first, second, or third, or fourth. What truth did Katt Williams expose that y'all really think people trying to get him gone? He also said he pays for secrets. And not at one point in time did this nigga say any of those secrets he paid for. Is y'all crazy? Come on, man. The man ain't told no truth in a long ass time. That nigga Miss Cleo. He might have told some truth. He ain't telling all the truth. Come on, man.
Up it, nigga. Let me tell y'all something. Go tag all the comics in this motherfucker so I'll let y'all know. Y'all ain't gotta let a nigga that think he got money bully y'all, nigga. 323-385-9734, bitch ass nigga. Call the number, we'll set up the fade. Hoe ass nigga. Let's get to the shit. Let's get to the shit, nigga. Stop letting people play in your face. That's rule number 1. Stop letting niggas play in your motherfucking face. Get TMZ in this motherfucker. Let's go, nigga. It's checkmate on these bitch ass niggas today. It's checkmate on these bitch ass niggas today. He's calling now. Nigga, it's up. Niggas want to stay on vacation in the Bahamas? Stay out there, nigga. You know what time it is.
Now that when he said niggas want to stay on vacation in the Bahamas, he was talking about they boss. Them 2 females, they boss is Red Grant. Yes, they let Red Grant, a nigga that looked like the red motherfucker from Red and Stimpy, they let Red Grant be they boss. However, he said Red Grant was lying about being in the Bahamas. Now, when I brought that up, that's when I got the call from them. I didn't call them, y'all. Keys don't call no hoes type shit. The hoes call Keys. No disrespect to the older lady. However, I don't call no hoes. The hoes call Keys. Big Keys at that, right? However, they called me and wanted to come on my platform. I did not call them at all. They got my number off the bio, called me. Once I mentioned they boss was in the Bahamas, I was defending the boss and said he was. Now I'm going to do my research on that shit and figure out the flight times to the Bahamas at the time he said he did and the flights back. If y'all boss wasn't in the Bahamas, I'm on Red Grant ass. Continue though, Billy. Type shit. I'm letting them know that because they watching. They watching. Somebody watching my page. Last Friday, my live was real chopped up. That never happened to me on my live. I had to restart the live, come back. Shout out to that live where I exposed that Gucci Man was a snitch. But what was crazy, y'all, last week, I was supposed to talk about Katt Williams. I gave Katt Williams 48 hours. I said, you got 48 hours, Katt, or we doing some exposing. After that, that's when I got the call from they ass, all sorts of shit started happening for real, for real. No lie, I will show y'all my phone log. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. No, I can't because I have to block out their numbers. But guaranteed, y'all, once I said Katt Williams, I gave him a timeline. I told him he had 48 hours. We was doing some exposing. I got all sorts of calls out the woodworks. That's when those 2 wildebeests came out type shit. However, right, I'm just letting Billy talk, but I'm just saying, Red Grant, I'm on your ass, nigga. For real, for real. Now it's up type shit. Ariel didn't talk too much. Continue.
I ain't tripping, nigga. I ain't tripping at all. Because let me tell you something. On my page right now. On my page right now. Since nigga was talking about, man, you just saying shit you don't know. Hey, man, on my page right now is.
Now he gonna show the eviction notice. Shout out to everybody in the building. Like, comment, subscribe. Hold on. Show that comedian Scroncho clip from the green. I want to play a shout out to you, Alan. I want to play Scroncho clip, but I don't have permission to. You know, some of these niggas funny, and I think Katt Williams paying motherfuckers, man. So I might play that shit, and then next thing you know, they try to flag a nigga or something. So I ain't fucking with it. Type shit. Shout out to Guru. It's a part in there where called. Wait, hold on. Let me drop this down so I can read the comments. It's a part in there when Nakia gets caught lying too. She says she couldn't remember meeting the bodyguard and then suddenly remembered meeting him twice. Yes, facts, facts. And she told me she met the nigga. For real, for real. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the building. I known Cat since the early 90s. Something just fishy about this. Shout out to you, Spicy Creole. Red was in the Bahamas with his wife, but they know how close Red is with Cat. Yeah, we gonna see was he in the Bahamas. Now I'm on his ass. Shout out to everybody in the building. I want to end it with this right quick. Billy was gonna show that eviction notice. Like, comment, subscribe. I want to go right here. Where Billy said this, man. Remember, y'all, these are the steps. Now, Billy also said he was a Mason. He said that Reggie was a Mason. But remember, these are the steps he said they're going to take. First, they're going to claim Reggie is crazy and violent. Watch who shows up to corroborate the story. So far, Corey Holcomb, yes, has painted Reggie to be the most violent nigga and comedian of all time type shit. So Corey Holcomb is doing that job, right? Now he tried. Once I put that video out yesterday, where I said, Cat Williams' little helpers are coming to play defense. Let me show y'all so y'all don't think I'm lying. Shout out to if you new in the building, you know I don't be capping, but I want to show y'all this type shit. Why I said it. Let me go to my page. Let me type it in. Go to the Keys News Network. Woo. The last video I did yesterday was Corey Holcomb, Cat Williams' little helper, because he helping with the defense. This probably how that man got a $500,000 bond. But yesterday I made a video and where is it at? Right here. Boom. Right here. Cat Williams' little helpers playing defense for Reggie Carroll death. I had a picture of Corey Holcomb. I had a picture of Shorty with the nasty ass hat. And I had a picture of Cat Williams. All of a sudden yesterday, Corey Holcomb tries to play defense and say, how did they clear Cat Williams for an investigation? Big Keys already said that, nigga. Big Keys already said that, nigga. Is you crazy? Is you crazy? But it's mighty funny, though, that you painting Reggie to be the most violent nigga out of everything. You ain't saying, you saying some nice shit, but at the end of every time he says something about Reggie, go watch Corey Holcomb video. After he says something, but that nigga was, man, he'll get on you. That nigga was crazy type shit. Crazy work for real, for real. So Billy was right about that. Look who coming out to cooperate the story that Reggie was crazy. Second, Cat is going to try to pay for the funeral and pay for the attorney. Play both sides type shit. Now, I'm telling y'all for facts, y'all. I'm just doing, I really could do some exposing, but I'm going to keep it on the low type shit, right? However, I got calls behind the scenes from somebody that was on the platform that said the family is being taken care of. Once again, the family is being taken care of. Do with that as you must. The family is being taken care of, y'all. Remember that. All of a sudden, what his brother, that nigga brother named Earl Kemp. I don't even know Earl Kemp, but that sound like a nigga that ain't gonna be quiet about shit. The nigga named Earl Kemp. It sound like he drink King Cobras, 211s, he get busted and disgusted on payday, and he come outside and make a hooping and hollering. Nigga named Earl Kemp. He quiet now. Crazy word for real, for real. He said third, he's gonna try to cover it up and tell the family don't talk. What's going on right now, y'all? Why Big Key's the only platform talking about this $500,000 bond by Reggie? I mean, hold on, no, hold on. What, talking about this $500,000 bond from Chanel Williams. Don't this sound like a cover-up, man? Don't this seem like a cover-up type shit? This your boy Big Keys, Keys Against the World. I'm up out of here, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Maybe they cleared Cat as a witness because he had a solid alibi. Listen, Carl Mellon, nigga, the detective, the DA, didn't even say what was Cat Williams' alibi. He said he was not involved. If Cat Williams had an alibi for you to clear a nigga in an investigation, he would have told us what the alibi was. He would have said Cat Williams is not involved. Cat was playing golf over here. Cat Williams was not involved at the time of the murder. Cat was over here. That nigga laughed it off and said, Cat Williams was not involved. I'm telling y'all, he was not involved. He said that shit like we just saw him outside. Is you crazy? Is you crazy? You and MREC, the only one been on it. Shout out to MREC, for real, for real. Shout out to you, Guru. Respect, 100. 100, y'all. More of the story, y'all. I might go live tomorrow. I might not. Usually we go live Friday. Depends on what goes on tomorrow and what information I get. I'll let y'all know. Stay tuned in to the channel. Don't let them blackball me, y'all. I'm on his ass. Don't let them blackball me type shit. This your boy Big Keys. Keys against the world. And I ain't asked for no help. I'm doing this shit on my own. I ain't asking for no help. I'm making the calls. I'm getting shit done on my own. Those two streetwalkers called me. Remember that. I didn't call them. And I got proof they called me type shit. This your boy Big Keys. Keys against the world. I'm up out of here. Hit the hype button. Go crazy.
Worldwide terrorist, Chi-Town veteran. My swagger go dumb, but I'm highly intelligent.